relaxing. I'm just going to read a statement from Ramona Africa, who couldn't make it here tonight. And hopefully I can read it in the same spirit I think she would have given it. And I love to hear Ramona and what's her name? The other Africa that speaks a lot. Pam talk, especially Pam. Pam, they're both people who speak without feeling like they got to bite their tongue. And at a time where a whole bunch of folks, you know, are very guarded in what they say, it's very refreshing to hear somebody speak without biting their tongue about what's going on, but most importantly about what we need to be doing as those folks who can make change. Okay. To those at the Total Liberation Fest 2004, to quote John Africa, the coordinator, "Move ain't in danger when we fight the system. We in danger when we stop fighting the system. This is the attitude of all MOVE people above and below ground. You can intimidate people in this system from going against the system with guns and the threat of gunshots, prison and the threat of prison sentence, money and the threat of being without money, but what threatened MOVE is the thought of losing the fire to confront you, threatening politicians who think you got the right to intimidate people through money, prison, execution, after provoking people to take a stand against this rotten system." End quote, John Africa. On the move, and long live John Africa, long live the revolution forever. On behalf of the MOVE family, I would like to thank the organizers of this event and those attending for keeping the spirit of resistance alive. As long as this system of oppression and tyranny exists, the need for revolution exists. According to the Declaration of Independence, revolution is not only our right, it is our duty when government is against the people. And to turn George W. Bush words back on him, if you ain't for us, you're against us. And this rotten system ain't never been for us, the people. This is a country that proclaims to be the land of freedom, justice, and equality, that criminalizes, imprisons, tortures, assassinates anybody that demands the reality of freedom, justice, and equality. The point is, everybody at this conference knows what this system has been doing to people. The issue is what are people doing about it. I want to focus on us, the solution, not officials, the problem. The solution, the power is in our hands. It is us. We can put a stop to this suffering. We don't have the luxury to merely complain without taking action on our complaints. It is urgent that we use our energy wisely to take action in defense of ourselves in the interest of the principle of freedom. We can't afford to play games or be compromising. We must be serious if we expect to be taken seriously. People's lives are on the line. Generations of people's freedoms have been taken from them, not simply because they are freedom fighters, but mainly because officials feel like they can imprison, torture, and kill freedom fighters, frontline soldiers, because they don't fear any repercussions from the people in defense of these soldiers that have put their very lives on the line for the people. Our frontline soldiers, the MOVE 9, Mumia, Leonard Peltier, Dr. Mutulu Shakur, Marilyn Buck, etc., take the position they do for themselves. They fight for all of us. Everybody is not going to be a frontline soldier. It's not necessary for everybody to be a frontline soldier. But it is necessary for everybody to support those who are frontline soldiers and to contribute of themselves to the fight for freedom, for their own freedom. It is not something that is only in the interest of the frontline soldier, but something that is definitely in our own interest as well. Nobody can tell you exactly what you should do. Only you can determine that based on your particular situation and skills. There are so many areas to work: prison conditions, political prisoners, police brutality, the environment, education and children, health, death penalty, animal rights, etc. And so many ways to be involved in the fight for freedom that there is no excuse for anybody not being involved in some way. Photocopying information, flyers on a busy street corner, cooking food for those that are running around getting things done, offering to drive folks around that need to take care of activities and don't have a vehicle of their own, watching children so parents can be more involved, emailing information out, fundraising, etc. There's no such thing as not enough time or not enough money. We can't afford not to stand up for ourselves, for only then will we truly be able to live for ourselves. The Move family is committed to this revolution for life. We encourage others to be just as committed if you don't want to see other babies bombed and burned alive like in the May 13, 1985 bombing of Move. Other innocent people wrongly executed by the government under the guise of justice. Other people shot to death like Amadou Diallo. Other people beat and sodomized like Abner Louima. Other college students shot to death for daring to protest like at Kent State and Jackson State. And a host of other atrocities committed by officials. Atrocities that will certainly be repeated over and over again unless we, the people, put a stop to it. Through strong commitment and strong action. The message that I bring you from John Africa is a simple one. Don't ever accept wrong from anybody, including officials. Fight for what you know to be right. We the people are our only salvation. Our oppressor is not going to stop this oppression voluntarily. We have to make them stop through consistent, hard, serious work. This work may seem hard to some, but it is certainly not harder than the oppression we experience daily at the hands of this rotten system. So stand up, people. Be strong, be loyal, be serious, and our victory is assured. Long live John Africa, long live Mumia, long live Leonard Peltier, Marilyn Buck, the Puerto Rican independentistas, the Zapatistas, the native grandmothers fighting for freedom at Big Mountain, Arizona, all those fighting for their lives on the islands of Vieques. Long live Earth First, Earth Liberation Front, the Animal Liberation Front, all those fighting for freedom across the globe. Long live the spirit of resistance, long live revolution, long live John Africa, and down with this rotten-ass system. To quote John Africa, the coordinator, it is past time for all poor people to release themselves from the deceptive stranglehold of society. Realize that society has failed you. For to attempt to ignore this system of deception now is to deny you the need to protest this failure later. The system has failed you yesterday, failed you today, and have created the conditions for failure tomorrow. End quote, John Africa. In solidarity and revolution, Ramona, Africa.